You mentioned Kyle Hamilton, and Zach's obsessed with Kyle Hamilton. We all are obsessed.
I was gonna say, how can you not be obsessed with that?
I love Kyle. He's just an absolute beast.
So this is my thing. This is a grind my gears moment here. People's expectation is when you come out of the gate, out of the draft, I mean, you got to hit the ground running. I remember last year, people were kind of dogging Kyle Hamilton of being, well, doesn't seem like he has a position.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable to me. He's a rookie trying to figure it out at the highest level.
You can't put that dude in a category.
Yeah.
That guy could literally play any position on the field.
And he just needed the time to figure out what that was going to be. And then now what doesn't he do, Nick?
Dude, that guy does everything. Okay.
Yeah.
First off, college NFL, huge jump, speed of the game, all that stuff. Some dudes adapt right away. Some dudes don't. Kyle, whatever you want to say about that. I thought he played pretty good last year being a rookie.
Yeah. Especially at the end. I mean, he really
turned it on. He got comfortable in the defense. He started learning the defense, and got comfortable in his role on the defense. And as a player, that's something that takes time to develop, having that comfortability and that confidence in the unit. I could imagine, on defense. And now look at Kyle. The guy does everything and then some. And you're like, you watch the clip from last night and it's like, what even is that? Who
it
does
doesn't
that?
make sense. It really doesn't make sense. And I think it's weird to say that part of me just feels like it clicked inside of him that he was like, wait, I'm just a freak of nature on this field. And it feels like he's just playing so freely where his instincts are incredible. And then match that with his size, his speed, everything about him. You see him making these insane plays where you're like, how does a safety that size should not be able to move the way he does? It's truly incredible.
No, yeah.
This play right here, I mean, I keep rewinding it because it's so crazy that I've never seen a player get pancaked like this.
And he got shoved. He got his face shoved into the turf too. And that's a big old dude.
I originally thought the penalty
he gets back up and picks off the ball.
Yeah.
He gets back up after being pancaked and then picks up the ball it's just crazy.
I watched the game. I don't know if it was Sunday afternoon or Sunday night where they had an unnecessary roughness when an offensive lineman kind of fell on top of a guy and kind of pushed him into the ground. So I originally thought that was what the penalty was. And then they showed the clip and they called it illegal chop block or whatever. But that just is Kyle, man. That just speaks to who he. I mean, most guys are just gonna. I'm not gonna say most guys, but if that was me,
plays over.
It would hurt, And I don't get crushed around like those guys do nearly as much. So I want to say I would actually get up and continue to play, but like that, he did it. Like I can sit here and tell you all day, but I've never had to do that.
You've never been
He's
squashed
also
by
22. Just so we're
just a freak.
Insanity.
You're about what 10? That's a little 10-year gap between you.
Nine and 8.5. 9 years.
And same body type and size. What are you again, Nick?
We're basically the same. I mean, Kyle's dimensions are mine. We're 6'3".
Reminds me a lot of myself.
Yeah. I'm like, we're both like, he's probably like 6'4". But he's like, I don't know his weight. He's probably like, I don't know. I'm going to throw out some random number like 220. Sounds good, but he may or may not be. But I'm 265. So and we're about relatively close to the same height. I'm 6'3".
Yeah, you're a unit.
Yeah, I'm
in the best way possible.
Google said 220.
Hey, that's a good guess.
Oh,
Google never lies. So it's
Google never lies. Know your teammates. But Kyle Hamilton, he's not going to get the defensive player of the year this year. Like it's the reality of the situation. But if you're talking about a guy that should be more in consideration, he can sack the quarterback. He can rush the quarterback. He can drop back and cover really any assignment that he's asked. And then he has the playmaking ability to be around the ball. I think it actually, for Ravens fans, if you watch it all year, but that playoff game against Cincy, right? It was on Hayden Hurst that he forced the fumble and recovered it, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And I think that was that kind of moment. Then after that, well, and this was earlier, but what I'm saying is, I'm glad you brought up that the speed of the game. Things speed up, and you need time to adjust. And the great ones do. And Kyle Hamilton's a great one. There's no damn doubt about that.
Who would have thought that all the people who called him a bust after watching a single rep in training camp, they were wrong. Who would have thought?
Way wrong.
The Twitter GMs that said he was a bust after a single video, 10-second video.
he couldn't be further from a bust if he wanted to.
Oh my god, I think he has to try to be bad at football. Like he just instinctually.
Kyle's the inside story here. There was
get it inside.
There was a question that was going around the team last year, just kind of for fun, you know. And I was the one who brought it up to some guys, and I was like, if there's you get to pick one player on the team, one guy. There's some athletic challenge. You don't know what it is. It could be anything from running, throwing, swimming, golfing, lifting weights. You know, it could be literally anything that your brain could come up with. You get to pick one person to do it. I'm 1000%. And that's from a guy who's been a professional athlete in 2 different sports. I'm picking Kyle every time. There's like, because I've never seen a guy that can golf, who can run and jump and play football and do all and basketball and all the stuff that he can do. I'm a huge Kyle Hamilton fan, as you can tell, but
aren't we all?
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
I think he's unreal.
I think if I'm not mistaken, Zach, you got a jersey.
I actually got a Kyle Hamilton jersey yesterday, and then he put on for the city. We got to witness primetime Kyle Hamilton, which is just a show in it of itself.
Yeah, there's somebody in the chat said you're not wearing a 14 jersey tonight.
Yeah, I know. I should have worn it, Joe. I should have worn it.
Yeah,